Hi guys, it's my turn again now. You've had the privilege on Tuesday to hear Alexandra and yesterday my husband David, and he spoke about the importance of non-sexual touch in relationships. And since we're talking about relationships and that's our theme for this week, I wanted to run past you some issue that needs to be clarified, because a lot of times, and it is between I'm sorry and will you forgive me. Now, a lot of times we often sort of say I'm sorry, and it becomes this throwaway kind of sentence that sometimes doesn't really mean much. So what I mean by that is that when you say I'm sorry, who has the power? Well, if I'm saying I'm sorry, I'm in the power. And with the sentence, it's like, well, I said I'm sorry, so that now you have to forgive me. Whether you want to or not, you still have to forgive me. And that's what the issue with is saying I'm sorry all the time, because I'm then the one in power, and you have to submit to that power almost. It's what we're actually saying with I'm sorry is the fact that I'm sorry I got caught. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm sorry that we have to, or that you had to notice that. And that's what it kind of, the underlying thing is that you have to forgive me. But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't give the person who has been hurt, who has been injured, who has felt injustice, it doesn't give them an opportunity to have any resolution on what they're feeling. It is still, you have the power and they just got to deal with it. So the alternative is will you forgive me? When you know that you've hurt someone, intentional or not, what happens is that you realize that the relationship has somehow been broken. With I'm sorry, the relationship, it doesn't matter. But will you forgive me is recognizing to say that my actions, my contribution to this incident has caused somehow you to be hurt. And when you're hurt, then that relationship has to be restored, or has to be sort of somehow mended. Otherwise both of you can't go move on. And the partner that has been injured with injustice or just insensitivity or that type of thing has no resolution, and it then comes and eats at that, eats at your partner until they feel so somehow resentful, and it doesn't make any resolution to solving any problems or issues. So I would really stress that when your actions, behaviors, the words that you speak in any way has hurt your partner and even your kids, has in any way hurt your partner, that the relationship has been damaged, then it is up to you to actually ask forgiveness. Will you forgive me? But not just will you forgive me. You've got to tell what it is that you need to be forgiven for. So it could be, will you forgive me for being insensitive? Will you forgive me for saying something that wasn't true, or will you forgive me for accusing you of something that I now know that you haven't done? Whatever it is, that's what you have to make restitution, is that not only will you forgive me, but will you forgive me for this act, for this contribution, for this breaking of the relationship. So it's so important, guys, that that being able to restore the relationship means that you can now live in harmony. You can now move on and live the rest of your life in an amazing relationship. So I suppose my question for you is, are you the person who keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry? And will you try next time to ask for forgiveness, and then just notice how the reaction of your being vulnerable, or allowing your vulnerability to come through, and allowing your partner to be able to restore that relationship with you. So yeah, I'd love to know your comments, know what your thoughts are, and do you use I'm sorry or will you forgive me? And any successes over the next time, successes on sort of saying, hey, it really does work. All right, so bye for now, and I'll catch you tomorrow. And tomorrow, being Friday, is a new theme, so we're going to be talking about loving us, which is all about the theme about parenting and how you can relate to your kids better. So watch this space, and we'll have such a good time together. All right, bye for now.